Early March has its last bits of snow, while mid-month often feels a bit dismal under the veil of smoke. In mid-March, the cherry and peach flowers are they're beginning to bloom. The flower spots is very stout and stick to the branches. It's the beguiling start of a new season. But now, in these final 2 weeks, spring has truly arrived. We are lucky to catch a sunnier weekend, leaving the city's concrete and steel behind for a brisk morning and a caressing breeze. We have spent the last 2 years exploring every peach blossom spot in the city. This year, we are heading further out. Looking back, we have changed and even look a bit different now. Today is our first time at Baihujian. Since our trip to Chongqing and the tree gorges, we have grown quite fond of the convenience of reed hailing. For a hidden gem this far out, a taxi is definitely the way to go. In late March, the plum trees are in bloom, and we are at the Baihujian Mountains. This is our hiking route, easy, quiet, and away from the clamorous crowds. I have put together a step-by-step guide of this weekend getaway in the video description below.
抓稳抓牢啊！我担心你待会儿下不去。
We are at Baihujian. You can see there are all these stony mountains and decorated by the plum trees in the late March. The road is very steep. I have to climb using my hands. The heat is enough, and my foot was a little bit trembling. We are not that good at climbing.
不是，煮着，对，一点点煮。 对，然后那个脚蹬在那个边儿，看见没有？突出了一块。对，慢点，慢点。那摩擦力没问题。
炸肉呢，他娘！
哎呦哎呦，你就这帮又菜又爱玩。
等我一下。
两个脚蹬两边，蹬两边。对对对，这就下来了。那个脚大探到那儿，对。有的树杈是有。
拍到我没有？
拍到了。
视频啊，断了就弄下一个。哦，shit！ 哎呀，下来。
We have a wristband. 半拉弧线的，一会儿你就该不舒服了，灌一路风。
Since we want dressed for a wide scramble, no rugged operation-resistant gear, we decided to skip the challenging Quitman Peak. But these trails are passable even for kids, which offer breezy vantage points to admire the opposite slopes, where the peach blossoms are currently at their peak and drawing quite a crowd. After our descent, we head into Flaming Mountain for a small-scale loop. Given the time, we had to bypass the south of Beijing and the Lover's Haven viewpoint, even though the blossoms there are supposedly at their finest right now. Most people here are pro hikers with all the gear. Some even trek from Baihujian all the way to Fenghuangli, which is a full-day commitment.
而且你能好像是就在那一瞬间，就要走，然后一个按关注的时候，它。
OK。
We arrived at Anduan and had to head back by 5 p.m., so we took the shortest route down. All in all, we hiked for about 4 hours and only saw half of what this place has to offer. I'm definitely leave with some unfinished business. See this enormous rock we are climbing down. I would love to do the full loop if time allowed. On the way back, we fell for a tourist trap again. The vendor said these are freshly picked fruits. Turns out they are the snack sold for the tourists in scenic areas all across China. The red ones just soaked in sugar and food coloring, and the black tree grapes were coated in a thick layer of oil just to look shiny. Once we realized what they actually were, we tossed the rest. Glad we didn't eat too many. We are entering the Xishan from the south gate. Enter from the south gate, you will arrive at the Baochun Pavilion and the Plum Garden quickly. This is a less known but niche route. He had a bad breakfast and his stomach was in a chaos. 好きだよと伝えればいいのに願う先怖くて言えず好きだよと好きだよが募っては溶けてく君との時間が1秒でも長くなるならずっと
じゃなくていい願いかける恋をとと雨空
玩啥呢，老妈？
What a beautiful springtime. The weather was fine, scenery is fine. Mm. 这是梅花吗？梅花要香一些，桃花不香。So this are the plum and peachy cherry trees in the springtime. Today the weather is better than the yesterday. I can see the cerulean sky. This is pure land without any tinge of cloud. This tree, it should be the peach or cherry trees. But I love the plum trees best since it has a special fragrance. Wow! 我昨天攀了岩之后，我就现在老爱攀爬了。
OK。
Woo! Flowers! Potatoes! In the west suburb of Beijing, at last weekend on March, they are all in bloom. Those mountains decorated by flowers. And it's best time to admire them in a sunny day.
Oh, 还有树油子。
什么是树油子？哪里有树油子啊？
我这绿意，我不给他拍到，我不白穿了吗？
Going out both Saturday and Sunday felt a bit exhausting at first, but the spring is so fleeting and the weather so perfect that I had to nudge him out the door. There's something creative about being bathed in a sea of blossoms. It's a perfect antidote to a week of mental exertion. We have come back from this trip feeling full of vim and vigor, with a sense of calm and a much needed deep sleep. We are walking from Xishan towards Badachu.
点节奏就小了。
妈的，zigzags. So here is the line. We are following this mud path, this zigzags towards Bada True Park. You can see here is quiet. This is a professional trail. Only these locals and who follow the trail maps can find here. Since it's a wider grooves, so it's rare to see the peach and cherry blossoms.
虽然荒凉、荒废、荒野。
That was the Bada True Park. In this park, there are many Buddhist temples.
正好这个广播车哈。
您已进入重点防火区域，请不要携带易燃物物品进入。
那是寺庙吧？
严防森林火灾，地铁清除。
And now you can see this human planted cherry trees. And there has a clean pavement. We are so blessed and pleasant to find a place has become quite calm and is crowded in the spring season.
Mit nur einem Wimpernschlag kann ich übers Wasser laufen und die Wellen unter mir sind Melodien in meinem Ohr. Ich leg alles einfach ab und ich schließe meine Augen und dann treib ich in der Strömung an einen wunderschönen Ort. Hier sind alle Dinge leuchtend, so leicht und so lebendig. Hier kann ich alles so erträumen, wie es mir gefällt. Ich hab ein ganzes Meer voller bunter Farben entdeckt. Yeah, da 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 da. Und ich mal mir einfach meine Welt. Hier ist alles perfekt. Wow, oh, oh, oh. Hier wird der süße
So we're gonna take a respect at the Zhengguo Temple. The magnolia trees also in bloom. So Qingtuan and yogurt along with the glutinous rice pad are our lunch today.
宽上面。
哦，还很热呢。
你看，为了这酸奶，我带了个冻豆包。看冻的，把它当成冰袋用了。啊。哟。我尝一口吧。
We dislike the
你再吃一口呢。
industry made Qingtuan, which is too sweet. It often comes in the supermarket at the spring.
吃完了。 大一口。那你说我。
Now we are at Da Bei Temple.
这边。我可以找别人要点香吗？
前面那一颗可以。
要并树前头万木垂。
We are heading towards Foya Sheli Tower. In that tower, it said have stored the tooth of the Buddha.
看了，又回到那个场。那你们就反正他那个的话，真的。那个。
然后这有些灰，但是不。
就感觉金光闪闪。看着12年的。